Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I am currently at home visiting my parents. I'm actually dressed because I have to go back into Toronto today for work at 11, but it's such a nice day and there's not a cloud in the sky. And if you know me, one of my favorite things to do is just lay outside and tan or sit outside and get some sun. So I'm just drinking my tea. But yeah, the purpose of today's video, it's more of just a sit down to get you guys caught up on what is going on in my life. I feel like within the last month or so, it's done a complete flip, but like in the best way possible. I came home because it was Father's Day this past weekend. I wanted to see my dad and you know, catch up with my friends. It's always nice and relaxing and just like a reset to come home. My brother's actually away at a cottage, so I didn't get to see him, but it's been really nice because I'm not gonna get much time with them, you know, over the summer since I'm actually moving. That's sort of my big life update. I am gonna be moving to Istanbul, which is in Turkey, for 3 months. For a modeling contract, modeling placement. Again, like it still fathoms me that this is even happening. Like I haven't really been able to process it yet because I think it's just happening so soon. This is also not a great angle, but I just wanted it to be very chill, laid back. But yeah, I mean, I leave on July 4th and I get back September 30th, so a total of 88 days, and I'll just like kind of explain how it came to be. But ever since I started modeling when I was in grade 5, and my agency at the time was like, well, you know, I had done some classes when I was in grade 5, and then the agency was like, well, Erin, you know, you definitely have some potential, you're just kind of like a natural at it, would you want to sign up and become like a professional model? And I was still so young at the time. It was a lot of money to kind of put out, and I was too young. So it was in grade 10 that I went back and did those same classes and then actually signed up to become like a real model. And so I've been modeling for, I don't know, 10 years about, and I love everything about it. I love interacting with the photographer. I love hanging out with the stylist and getting my hair and makeup done. I love just being able to express myself, and I feel most confident when I'm in front of the camera, and networking with people and traveling, and just like there's so many pros that come with it. Yes, it's a competitive industry, and yes, it's not for everybody, and yes, it's very intense. But I feel like it's shifting and it's becoming a lot more open, and yeah, I mean, I'm not really your typical, like I'm not 5'9", I have wider hips, I'm not stick thin anymore like I used to be. I've definitely started to fill out a little bit. Yes, I take good care of myself and I work out consistently and I've been eating healthy, but at the same time I wasn't blessed with just like a natural, really slim figure, which has, I mean, I've had to wrap my head around, but I think it really comes down to the agency that you're with, and as long as your values align and they really want to help you get to where you want to be, and you have the ability to set yourself apart from everybody else, and really just like continue telling yourself that you have what it takes, you're worth it, you're beautiful, you can do this. Like, it's really, you have to have a really good head on your shoulders. So growing up, going into university, I always thought, well, maybe I could continue modeling part-time. I don't think I could ever make a full career out of it because, like I said, I didn't really meet that standard. And being from a small town, nobody ever just like does that. It's not really common here, so I just always kept putting it off, and then I moved to Toronto and I'm like, this is the time, you know, if I want to do it, I'm gonna go full in. I love the agency that I'm with, and we'll just see what happens. And I hadn't really heard back from them, you know, much about jobs, because with COVID it's been really hard to go for castings or meet with clients, so I just I wasn't really thinking much about it. And then my agent came to me honestly like 3 weeks ago and was like, hey Erin, guess what, we have this opportunity for you to travel to Turkey for 3 months and model. And I was like, wait, what? Like, I don't know if this is the right time. Toronto's starting to reopen. I'm gonna actually be able to enjoy my summer here for the first time. My friends can finally come up. I'm going away to a cottage. It's my birthday next month. Like, I just was really not sure, just on the fence. And because everything is so up in the air, you know, with model housing, and wasn't sure if I'd be guaranteed enough work to be able to pay my rent at home, and it was just like, I wasn't sure if it was going to be realistic or if I could really make it work. But I talked to my parents about it, and they were like, you know what, Erin, this will open so many doors for you. You just imagine the opportunities that are going to come from this. You know, Greece is right there. Maybe eventually you can go into that market. Sorry, I thought my neighbor came up. You can go into that market, and yeah, the possibilities are just endless for you. This is a huge learning opportunity. It's not every single day that you have the chance to do this, and you'll grow no matter what. You'll come back a changed person, and it will be for the better, and you might as well do it. If you don't, you'll regret it, right? So that's happening in less than 2 weeks. It's the 23rd today. I leave on the 4th. Like, this is insane. It's insane. I haven't really told many people other than my best friends. My boyfriend knows now, and my parents, my grandparents, close people, but not really a lot of people. So be sure to like follow me along on this journey. I'm gonna post tons of vlogs. I'm gonna post tons of stuff on my Instagram. I just really want to remind you guys that if you have this dream that seems so far-fetched or like imaginable, just like, this is a really great quote, leave some room in your heart for the unimaginable. Honestly, like, nothing is too big, okay? Like, you all have something inside of you that gives you purpose, and find out what that is. Don't say no to things, say yes to everything. Just do what makes you happy, and I promise you, good things will happen. You really just have to make sure you're putting out that positive energy out into the universe. You're showing love, you're showing gratitude, because I promise you, what you put out into the universe is what you're going to receive. If you have a negative oh my god, I can't talk. If you have a negative outlook on life, if you're always looking at, you know, the bad things, or you're always complaining, or, you know, being hard on yourself, you're never going to be able to see the good in anything. So it takes a lot of work. I mean, I'm definitely in the best place that I've ever been, but it hasn't been easy. It took a lot to get to where I am now. You know, there's been so many obstacles. I've been turned away from so many agencies. I'm not skinny enough, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not tall enough, and it hurts. It's not easy, but at the same time, I know that I'm unique. I'm not like anybody else. I bring something completely different to the table, and I'm doing this because I really want to set an example and be a role model for other young girls, young guys out there that just, I don't know, like, want to do this and want to go for what they're, you know, what they love, and not to be afraid. And I really just want to give back at the end of the day. I really want to, money is power. I want to be able to make as much money as possible, and I want to be able to give back to my parents. I want to be able to go to school again, and I think that's a really big part of this opportunity, and giving me motivation to just go work as hard as I possibly can, go on castings every single day, go to every single audition that I possibly can, get booked so much so that I can make lots of money so I can go back to school, because modeling's not gonna last forever. I do love it, and I want to, you know, continue for as long as I possibly can, but at the same time, I want to, I don't know, open up my own clothing brand. I want to work for a clothing brand who makes her clothes ethically and gives back to the planet and is just doing right for the people. Or I want to open up my own thrift store or something like that. Like, I don't really know, but I just want to. There's so many things that I still want to do. And this is 3 months of my life, which is long if you think about it, but short at the same time in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, I really just want to get on here. I know it's not that much of an exciting video, but my life is about to take a wild turn. It's going to be insane, but it's going to be, I think, the best experience of my whole life. And I'm so ready to just meet so many people. And like, oh my god, Turkey apparently is beautiful, and Istanbul, the people there are so nice. And yeah, I'm surprised I'm not like tearing up, because when I do talk about it I get really emotional. But I think either it just hasn't hit me yet, or I just feel in a really good place, because I think if I hadn't moved to Toronto, if I hadn't lived on my own for the last 6 months, I wouldn't have had the confidence to, you know, pick up all my things and move to a foreign country. But because I've now lived independently on my own, I know what it's like to, you know, have that freedom and just like be content with my own self and be okay with just being alone. I am ready for this. Yeah, I'm so ready. I was born ready for this. But that's pretty much all. I don't really have too much of like the logistics about, you know, the model housing, but I already told you about my flight. The model housing is covered. I get an allowance every couple weeks for food, stuff like that. My agency was nice enough to give me a pay advancement on my flight, so I didn't have to pay for all of it. A couple girls from my agency currently are working there right now, so I'm not completely alone. And that's pretty much it. So it's already been over 10 minutes, and ew, sorry, there's like a big hair in my teeth. Also have a scratchy throat. So that's everything. Get ready for tons of content. Get ready for, like, honestly, a wild, wild, wild adventure. But don't worry, I'm not gonna get distracted. I'm gonna stay true to myself, like I said. I'm going with one goal and one goal only: to work as much as possible. Obviously, I want to see the sights and explore and just like really be like one of the locals. And I think that's another thing I'll just mention. It's like, I've never been on such a long trip, because every time I've been away on vacation, it's been for like a week and a half, and I've really like made sure to set an itinerary. Okay, this day I'm doing this, this day I'm doing this, this day I'm doing this. Whereas this is like 3 months. I have time to get there and just go with the flow, see what everyone else is recommending, and rather than come off as like very touristy, I can just like act as one of the locals. So that's pretty much it. I love you guys. Just make sure you are always working every single day, every second, even every minute. If there's something that you can't stop thinking about, if there's something that you just want to go after but you're scared or you're not sure, just if you can, every second, every minute of every day, just do something that's gonna get you towards that goal. Okay, I know it's hard and there's so much pressure and so many external, you know, factors, but really just do what makes you happy, right? Don't do anything else don't do things for other people. Do it for yourself, and I promise that your life will shift. Just be optimistic, okay? I love you guys. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, but I will talk to you soon.